Hello, everyone. We have Matthew with us, and I'm actually grateful that Matthew agreed to this interview. We're not going to take too much of his time. He's just going to walk us through the process of the services because he's been with our swing trading service as well as the day trading service. Matthew, just whatever one you want to start off with would be awesome.
Yeah. Hey everybody. I've been working with the Profit Room probably since April of this year. Kind of started with the day trading service. Was going quite well, but I'm a licensed broker, and I gotta do my job at the end of the day. And you know, trading a lot of setups just wasn't working for my boss, and so I knew that the swing trading was very successful, and I could do less volume. So I kind of stepped off of the day trading and went into the swing trading, and it's been great. So it's actually been better for my P&L because I'm taking better setups and just kind of letting them do their thing, and not having to monitor the trades every second essentially.
All
So
right, yeah. A question. So, what's the process? Like, how do you receive the actual swing trade setups or the alerts?
you guys send out the alerts on Sunday nights. I get on Thinkorswim. I go ahead and start, putting some lines and stuff on there for me that I think are significant levels, and kind of just get the charts ready to go, and wait for the triggers on Monday or whenever they trigger, and either position with shares or options or both.
All right. So, which one have you been doing more regularly? Would you do the shares in terms of entering the shares, or more so the options?
Well, it really depends. If there's real good liquidity in the options, I'm probably just going to go options. If the stock is thin and the options are just kind of like dead with volume, I'm definitely just going to go shares.
Nice, nice. So shares, and then you get the options, and you prefer the options if the liquidity is there.
Right.
Yes. The way the service works in general, we send three picks generally, as you can see. It's always three, and if we do provide the bonus, is in the Slack room if we see anything additional, but not necessarily. Not that we don't want to add it to the list, but we don't want to mess with that risk to reward ratio in terms of those three picks. So that's the way we do things in terms of the swings. And the higher the price, the stock, we tend to say, hey, you might want to check out the options component because you'll get a better risk to reward there. Definitely.
Yeah, I
When
mean, I would agree. So I may go a little bit further out on some of the strikes, on kind of like more of a lotto, but I'll also do something similar that's like right at the money or maybe one or two strikes out. I mean, and it's worked quite well. I mean, the last 3 weeks have just been phenomenal. I still position quite small for my account size,
mm-hmm.
but I'm just building the confidence before I level up. I mean, I can't even think of any picks that have not provided over 70%, some up to 300% here over the last 3 weeks specifically.
Yeah, they've been. I think the market for that they've been pretty good. The market's been pretty good to us. We try to diversify the trades in terms of what we find. It all depends on the market. Although the market's going up, 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 we have been able to find some stocks like STZ, for example, to provide short. And that one, I love that one because I'm more lean towards the short side, quick to short something than to buy something. So I
Well,
like that. And of course, ADSK, there's so many that really like produce those great options results. ADSK in particular, that was 400%
yeah.
return. I really like that trade. I like the setup. So you mentioned once you get the email, you put in your lines, and do you actually see what we see when we do provide those trades, or do you like, I don't know where they're going with this one?
Well, From the day trading, I really like the breakdowns. And so if it's a short, I kind of have an eye for it because you're basically, you're just stair stepping down. And, you're just going to trade up to another level of resistance and then you start to drip back down. Maybe add to a position when you trade back up into resistance. Um, I agree. I like the short side so much more. It moves so much faster in your direction instead of, slowly trending up. But yeah, I mean, I put the levels in that I kind of see that I feel are significant as well, and kind of just get curious around those levels. Like with Thinkorswim, it's just wonderful because you just put an alert, your phone dings, and then now you need to look at your charts instead of just having three monitors with charts open all the time. You can kind of just like rely on the phone and know, hey, I need to take a look here.
Is a definitely different. The thing with day trading stocks, as you know, everything is like the liquidity at open. It's just liquidity, volume, and you got to think about fast. Your reaction time. You have to be able to react because initially we're looking at levels on where that stock can potentially go. But with the swings, yeah, we're looking at levels too, but we're more so looking at a larger picture, meaning like how many days, perhaps weeks, would this stock or futures contracts or Forex take to get to this particular target? So that's the difference. We call it microwave trading, and it's really beneficial. We really gear the service towards newbies so they don't have to feel like they have to be at the front of the computer all the time. They can just sit back. The risk is definitely defined until it reaches that desired target. Or even with options, you can take profit early because the options, the percentage gains is quite impressive. So it's like, you know, you can take profits. Hey, everyone, you're up 40, you're up 50, you're up 100%. Feel free to
Right,
take
right.
profits if you have more than one option contract. And I know we're waiting until that particular target. We understand.
Well, it's nice that you put out multiple targets too. So if you're trading like a five lot, you peel off three of them at the first target and kind of
Hmm.
let the other two go, and maybe get a pop the next morning, let one go, and then kind of like let that last one find its way to the last target,
Yes,
or just put a trailer on it.
exactly. Like a trailing stop. Definitely.
That's what I ended up doing with Square this week. Got out a little bit early, but then put a trailer on, and then a Trump tweet came out, and it was nice to have protection up there.
Yep. And it kind of did dip momentarily, but the thing with that, when you do trail it, it depends on how you trail it, but it never came back to entry point. We always
Never.
look at that on the chart, and then we're able to hold to the target today was what, 68 to the desired. That's our first target, and then see if it can continue into next week.
I
Definitely.
think one thing that's just really important is sticking with the rules, sticking with the levels, and if you got to get out, you got to get out. You can't. There's no reason to babysit a loser when there's another opportunity. Secure the profits and move to the next.
You posted an actual screenshot of your account, and I was like, man.
Yeah, and the one loser was something I put on that wasn't even something I should have put on.
That is all right. As long as you see where you went wrong and learning from it, that's all that matters.
Totally agree.
Anything you might want to add before we conclude?
I'm just gonna say I've been following you guys on Instagram for quite some time, and everything that you post is what's actually happening. It's quite impressive on a day-to-day basis, and so maybe I'll get to the point where I don't have to worry about my boss looking at my 29 round trips.
I definitely appreciate your honesty. I'm glad you're able to find us, number one. Like, I know we usually get messages like, "Are you guys for real? Hey, try us out." Like, you don't need to lie. This is literally what we do. This is for real. And we love doing interviews where we have people that are part of the service, not only vouch for us, but also you're making impressive results in your own account yourself. And
I
that's
mean, it's really
important.
nice to pay for the subscription in literally one trade. And, and it might just be one contract too that pays for it. And you know, you're trading a 5 lot. I can't hear you.
Since you've been apart, what would you say is the actual win rate? So we send out 3 picks every week. What's your experience every week?
I mean, I would say it's above 85%. And I would say sometimes I get a little anxious and will bite a little bit too soon. And so that I would say maybe it's even higher, you know?
Yes, yes. We always say, especially option traders, like just remember one thing. When we send out, hey, we want to buy it at $50.53, we mean exactly that. $50.53, not 50, 50, 50, 49. Nope. Don't try to pre-game the trades because those are technical levels. It got
Exactly.
to hit. Otherwise, if it doesn't hit, it's not meant to be. There was a stock that we canceled because it did not hit the technical level.
CRE, CRE.
Yes. REE. See the result of that?
Yep.
So we're like, hopefully no one in. Don't pre-game options because it did not hit the technical buy point. Extremely important to understand.
Respect the levels.
Respect the levels. Definitely appreciate your time, Matthew, and look forward to continuously seeing you within our community.
All right. I love it. Keep doing what you guys do. It's wonderful.
Thank you.